Hey everybody, Stampin' Sue Creates here, doing some embroidering this afternoon. It's Sunday, excuse me, August 30th, 2020. And I'm about to do my fourth one, and I thought, you know what, and I throw the camera on and share with you. So these designs came from Embroidery Super Deal, I believe it's called. Anyhow, it's a great website online. Just do a search of them, you'll find them. What they have is a whole store full of embroidery designs. And if you pay, I believe, now don't quote me, I believe it was $20, you have access to the entire store forever. Any designs that you want. Like, hello, yes, thank you. So, it's tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's the last day of August. September's coming and Halloween time is coming. So who knows what's going to happen with Halloween with this COVID-19 pandemic going on. So I have two craft shows coming up, and one is coming up this weekend, Labor Day weekend, which I cannot believe it's almost Labor Day. We don't know. There's probably, we just don't know what's all going to happen. So I thought, what fun little gifts that maybe people would be interested in purchasing are little bookmarks. Always encourage reading. We don't seem to do a lot of reading with an actual book. A lot of people still do enjoy holding that book in their hand, but if not that, maybe you have a Stampin' Up! Catalog or, something like that. So this is where I got these designs from. Actually, they're on my hoop like this. So this is my sticky hoop. Maybe you can't see them. There they are. This is my sticky hoop that I've done a demonstration on this before, and it's really inexpensive considering how much all the other hoops cost. So it's the 6x10. I put the little rulers on here to help me align up. These are stickers. You can, excuse me, a little frog in my throat. You can choose to put them on or not. I like to have them on because when I'm doing towels and that, I like to align. It comes with the sticky paper, and all you do is peel off the back and put it on. And here's the back of my bookmarks while we're looking at them. So I thought, I'm going to try these bookmarkers. So I was able to align 4 of them on here. And oh my gosh, I apologize. It's like allergy time. So I'm about to do the 4th one, and at first I thought, well, I don't know how to do them. So this top one I did with fabric. Isn't that cute? And there's a couple little jump stitches I have to do, so it would actually go like this. Hocus pocus. And the next one is Trick or Treat. This one I did just going through my stash of stuff. These are cork sheets. And I bought all of the vinyls and everything online through Etsy. So this is a cork sheet. And so that one was done with cork. And then this one, I'm not sure if you can see, but it's a glitter vinyl. So you want to use, if you're using vinyl, you want to use marine vinyl. You don't want to use the one you would run through your Cricut machine or anything like that. You don't want any sticky back to it or anything. And on the back, I used fabric for this one. And I used the cork on this one. And then this one I used a black metallic-y glittery vinyl on there. So, like I said, I was able to get 4 of them on here. Now, when I'm done, you could already see that it's coming off. I'm going to just, cut out the paper. I probably could punch them out, but I don't want to do that quite yet. And I have another Hocus Pocus one that I'm going to do on the bottom here. And I have this really fun bright green vinyl. So, you want to stitch along with me? Let's do it, okay? Close your eyes because I'm going to move you. I'm going to move you closer to the embroidery machine. All right. Now, I hope I didn't break my clip because I was going to put my, let me get this on here. I was going to put my phone on the on the holder, and the one piece of it kind of slipped off a little. So it was like, oh no, I hope I didn't break my tripod. but you know. So I'm going to apologize up front if by some chance, you know, you happen to fall to the floor. I apologize. Okay, so here's the screen where I put them all on. Now what I can do is I can even save these if I want, because I'm probably going to do another set of 4 of them because I just think they're so cute. And there's a whole bunch of them. A lot of different Halloween things. I'm going to do some tea towels. I'm going to do some, I have some black face towels. So yeah, lots of fun things. Okay, so you know the drill. We usually do this, and we do a little chit chat. So it looks like this is going to take, well, it says 35 minutes, so I didn't think it took that long. But well, let's see. I'm just going to load it up with some white thread. And if you are new to the channel, thanks so much for stopping by. I truly appreciate you being here. If you're returning, then thanks for coming back. I'm going to put the foot down. The first thing it's going to do is a stitch out of the space where, so that I know where to put my my vinyl on here. So okay, let me move y'all here. Don't want to put you too close, although I don't think, no, this isn't going to come too close because we're at the end of the hoop here. So there's the area where it's where I need to apply my vinyl. All right, very good. So the vinyl comes in a roll. Some of them come in sheets. Just all depends. Whoops. Oh, there you got away from me. This is a long reach. All depends on how you want to purchase it. And the great thing about this is sticky, so it's going to stick right to it. So I'm going to leave the white thread in there again. This is going to tack it down. And I thought this would be fun to do it in this bright green vinyl. So like I said, I purchased the vinyl through Etsy. I mean, I'm sure you can find it at Joann's and that, but again, be sure you're using vinyl that's a marine vinyl, okay? It makes a difference in vinyl. You don't want to use the heat transfer vinyl, the HTV, or HT, whatever they call it, heat transfer vinyl, HTV, I guess that's what it's called. You want to use marine vinyl. So I have a whole basket of it here, of all my scraps. And then I keep a small basket, all the little tiny pieces, because you never know when you're doing a design and, you know, you're doing like an applique kind of thing where you want to put a little applique of maybe the vinyl, maybe the image is, you know, what's the word? I just lost my train of thought. Like you're doing an applique with maybe some fabric and you want to throw and focus on some areas where, you know, you put a little glitter vinyl in there. That's really cool. All right, so now, yeah, I think I'm going to go with the purple. And excuse me if I'm in your reach here, but hey, I need to thread my machine, right? So I am working on, this is a Brother machine. The largest hoop size it uses is a 6x10. This is the NQ1600E. And the E just basically stands for embroidery. So this is an embroidery only machine. Be sure to go back and watch my playlist of all my other videos I have using this machine. I did not start with this machine, so I know I get a lot of people that comment on my first video I've ever done of an embroidery machine, which was a 4x4 hoop. And I'm going to be honest with you, at the time when I purchased it, it was really inexpensive. Of course, things are out of the, oh my gosh, out of the roof now with the pricing of things since this whole COVID thing happened. But that was a couple $100. Now this machine is a lot more expensive, but I grew quickly out of that 4x4 hoop. So I wasn't sure the time that I bought it if I was going to really like doing embroidery. So I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money. And that's why I started off with that machine. Oh my gosh, this one is so cute. I think I'm gonna have to make up a whole bunch of these, the Hocus Pocus ones. Okay, so next color it's calling for is 900. And I already know 900 and 900 is the black, 101 is the white. So I buy those in the huge big spools because I tend to use a lot of black and white thread, and these little spools, I just go through them much too quickly. So it's Brother Red thread that I'm using, if you're wondering. I started using that from day one on the 4x4 hoop, and I've continued it because it just seems like the machine likes it. Now I did a video last week, I think it was, posted here, use some metallic thread. I was doing face masks embroidered with Mr. and Mrs., so I'm hoping those sell well. It was the metallic thread. Just the first couple masks I did, they were perfectly fine, but then afterwards, the thread just kept breaking in that. And a place that I would refer you to for a lot of information, she does a live YouTube, I'm sorry, every Sunday at, I believe, 9 o'clock Eastern time, and it's called Baby's Booty. Oh my gosh, definitely if you have questions, if you are looking for somewhere for information, or if you're just looking for some company and you know, you want it. She does live YouTubes. I'm thinking of doing live. I don't know, I'm a little nervous about doing that. What do you guys think? Please comment down below. Would you like to watch a live video of me instead of these taped ones? Anyhow, Baby's Booty. She has Eve, her name is. She's down in North Carolina. So informative. Lots of YouTube videos. Not that I want to deter you from watching mine, because I appreciate you coming here. But she had some tips on a video about using the metallic thread. So I want to give it a try again. I think metallic thread, she used glitter thread. Apparently there's a glitter thread. Didn't know about that, but she used that too, and I thought that was so fun. Okay, so now we're up to the words, the Hocus Pocus, and they're telling me suggested color is 808, which is a dark green. But you know, I think because I'm using this on a green, I think I'm going to go ahead and keep the black in there and do the lettering in the Hocus Pocus in the black. But anyhow, there's a lot of YouTube videos out there. So you may be wondering, well, how did I learn how to do what I do? I mean, I learn as I go. I'm self-taught. Like I told you in one of the other videos, I was supposed to have a free class when I bought this machine, but then the pandemic hit and everything was shut down. So I never had the class, but I had an idea how to work it because the other machine was a brother. But, yeah, I mean, I watch YouTube videos. I belong to a lot of Facebook groups, so if you're thinking of getting into embroidery, or maybe you already are, join one of those groups. You know, depending on what kind of machine you have, there's ones that are just general machine embroidery Facebook groups, or there's ones that are specific to brother or beginner ones. I mean, there's a lot of groups on there. Just check out on their page, you know, how many posts they have a day, how many followers they have, and then that will help you decide which group would be the right group for you. And heck, if you join one and you find that it's just not for you, then, you know, you can always leave, you know. So, oh, I like the black on there. What do you guys think? I think the metallic thread would be so cool on this, but heck, it's just a bookmark. But these are my sample ones, and I don't know. I'm excited to see how this one turns out with the green vinyl. But, you know, I started the first one off with fabric, and I put some batting in between like I do when I do my embroidery blocks. So once this one's done, then I can, you know, cut them all out of the hoop, and then we'll take a look-see at them. So I'm trying to think the next color. They're calling for white. white? Oh, the white was like these little stars. So, I don't know. I have my basket here. Ooh, look at that color. I wonder how that would be. That's fun. I have so much red. I mean, I just find that you can't have enough red. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's as bad as fabric. Like, I have like an obsession with fabric now, and I have an obsession with red colors because you want to have a nice variety of colors. So here's a nice orangey. It might be too dark. Let's just see. I don't know. I better decide quickly though, because I'm on the yes now. Oh, excuse me. Oh, no, I had a busy weekend. Many of you may or may not know. I don't know. If you don't know, you'll know now. I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I'm in a leadership role. And I'm just trying to decide what color. I don't think that's going to show up well. Just trying to use one here so I don't have to reach over to the other assortment of colors. Well, let's just go with the white. So we were having a leadership summit was scheduled this past weekend. It was supposed to be down in New Orleans. And here with the, again, you know, with the COVID, it had been canceled, which I think in the long run was a blessing because of the hurricanes that were down there. So Stampin' Up! Decided to do it online, which, you know, I was kind of like, well, you know, I'll do it online. I can use my Flex points so it won't cost me anything. And also, there's no traveling involved. There's no hotel. There's no eating out, so money for food, all that kind of stuff. So, and then there's no, you know, a lot of times you get someone that you room with and, you know, they snore. So there was no snoring. You're sleeping at home. And so actually I was quite surprised. It started on Thursday. I had 2 days off from work. Took 2 days off. Started on Thursday and ran through yesterday. But the timing of the whole thing, I feel so bad because, you know, we're worldwide with Stampin' Up! Some of the folks that live over in Australia and the European countries, I mean, those poor demonstrators, they were really out of their sorts with the time zone because Stampin' Up! Is located out of Utah. Okay, what are we doing next? Okay, we're going to do the outline. But what I like to do, well, see, we're almost done here. I'm going to take this out of the hoop. And I'm going to bring you all over here. So close your eyes while I move you. Let me reposition myself. So they're out of Utah. Close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Okay, there we are. They're out of Utah. I don't want to move this too much because I'm afraid that it's going to break off. And let me put it here. I want to trim this out. So that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to trim around here. And this is stuck on here with the sticky, so you have to kind of lift that too. I'm a little bit at an angle here. Not the best way to be trimming this. So they're based out of Utah, so I'm in Pennsylvania. So, I mean, that's a couple hour different time zone. And you want to trim like as close as you can, but not into the stitching. And I'm just going to move this a little bit because I really need a flat surface to work on. So, yeah, so they were starting like 12 o'clock their time on each day, which was basically, flip my hoop around, which was 2 o'clock our time. And then it was going on till like, well, the first night was late. I was so exhausted. You know, I don't know what, and all I was doing was, of course, you know, you're sitting in front of the computer, but it was like almost constant. You know, you might have a 10-minute break. Sorry, I have to get this closer to me, but I'll show you. But, woo, it just like knocked me for a loop. I was so tired. And, anyhow, I guess because you know, I'm not as young as I think I am. Y'all know that feeling. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay. This I'm going to trash because it's really too small to save for anything. So there it is. Looky there. See? So, okay, let me put this back in the hoop. Bring it closer to me. So, yeah. Okay, let me bring you back over. Close your eyes and move you back over. Next time when I trim the back, I'm not gonna move you because I feel bad. I don't want to get anyone to feel sick or anything from me moving. I'm gonna keep the same color on. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this out because I want to put the backing on it. Now you can do the stitch out, you know, and then put your backing on. But this way it just reinforces. I'm going to trim some of these little, I don't think you could see. I'm trimming some of the little strands from the back. So here's the back. And I'm going to use some spray adhesive. So if you want to use anything safe for your machine, make sure it says this is called basting adhesive. And it's for sewing, quilting, embroidery, and pattern piecing. And you don't have to use pinning with this. So if you sew, I mean, this will work for you. And I'm just going to do it away from my machine. I'm going to spray the back. And then what that's going to do is that's going to create like a sticky paper on the back. And put this on here. And I'm going to stick my vinyl on there. Oh. Okay, like that, and that will hold the vinyl. I was doing this before, and I guess when I went to put the hoop on, the vinyl, oh, see, it happened there too. The vinyl kind of folded over, and then when I noticed it when it was stitching, that the vinyl folded over, and I ended up having to take it out, but it was saved. I didn't have to toss it or anything. But I saved it and just used another piece of vinyl, took the stitches out. Okay, so this is going to do a tack down stitch for the back, and then I'm going to take it back out of the machine, and I'm going to trim the back like I trimmed the front. So anyhow, what was I saying? I was just saying about how tired I was, but I have to tell you, they did a fantastic job. I'm not sure what that noise is. Probably going to have to need a new needle pretty soon. They did such a fantastic job with the whole online thing. I'm moving a little closer so you can see that, oh my gosh, it was amazing. The platform they used, they incorporated Zoom. I felt like I was on with the Brady Bunch. You know, the Brady Bunch, when they start off, they have all the little pictures of everybody and you're looking at everybody. But it was like a whole screen of screens of us demonstrators because they had almost where we interacted with each other. So, you know, they placed us into groups. I don't know if you're familiar with Zoom or not. Okay, I don't want to knock you over, so I'll pull this out and take from the back. If I can. Yes, I can. I'm just going to, see, here's the back. I'm just going to trim that. I'm going to move it over here. I'm going to leave you guys there. So, it was just so much fun. Like, it was almost like you felt like you were there. And prior to the event, they all sent us that were attending the leadership. It was a blue box from Tiffany's. Oh my gosh, like who knew? I'm here coming home from work and I order a lot of stuff online because I'm still not doing the shopping thing. I'm just shopping from home. And that box was like on the porch and I'm trying to get my mail, get the other boxes. I hear my dog howling. She hears me coming home, and I'm kind of kicking that box in the house, not knowing what it was, and just thinking it was something I ordered, usually like embroidery or fabric or, whatever. And when I opened it up and I see a Tiffany box, well, then when I went to open it, there was tons and tons and tons of bubble wrap. Here's the back. My little pieces are falling. So, oops, I gotta get this around you guys. So when I opened it up, I was like, oh my gosh, it was 2 champagne flutes I'm going to change my thread now to purple. My dog may be barking because she's hearing some. 2 champagne flutes that were etched with Stampin' Up's logo on it. Okay, I got to reach around. I'm going to do purple. I'm going to do purple around the outside because I think that looks cool. And, of course, there was a big hubbub because, you know, some people right away started posting it on social media and other people didn't get it yet. And the whole issues of shipping these days, you know, and it's going all over the world, blah, 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 blah. So, some of the demonstrators wanted to wait until the event to open it up. But heck, not me. I mean, I want to open it up, see what it was. So, I was very thrilled. So, I have it, lost my thread. I have it displayed on my mantle because I've never gotten a box from Tiffany before. Have any of you guys ever gotten anything from Tiffany? You know, that turquoise color box? That was amazing. So there's something stuck here. Hold on. I think I have it threaded properly. Oh, my needle's down. That's what the problem is. So anyhow, and what it was the start of the event online. You know, we were to bring our glass, and I guess if you know, had a significant other, you would also be toasting. You know, you can't have just one glass, you need 2. So they did a toast in the beginning of the event online, and then they did a final toast at the end. But I just have to tell you, they are such a wonderful company. They treated us so fabulously. They so appreciate us leaders in the group. They sent us that. They gave us a $25 voucher that we can use toward food, being we were home. Let's see, what else did they do? They gave us, there's new logo merchandise coming out, so they gave us a $25 voucher to use toward anything but Stampin' Up! Online, but they're hoping that we use to get some of the new items. And then at the end, they gave us, because they've referred to a lot of books, a lot of leader-type books and, you know, those kinds of things. So they gave us a $25 Amazon gift card to use for whatever you want. But they're hoping you use it to put it back into your business to purchase, you know, 1, 2, or how many books you want with the gift card. So I'm telling you, you know, I just felt like, you know, sometimes being an independent demonstrator, or I'm sure you know anybody that is in direct sales, or even if you do your embroidery and sell your embroidery, you know, with this whole COVID thing, you're by yourself. Yeah, you see people, you talk to people, well, you see people online, you talk to people, but you just miss that communication of getting together with, you know, fellow people that love the same thing you love, and just giving them all a hug and seeing them and saying hi. But this just felt so special because I felt like I was there with demonstrators that I would have never spoke to, you know, because I don't really know them. But when you're in a gathering with people that all love what you love, whatever it may be, I mean, you'd never have a problem talking to anybody because we're all there. We all enjoy the same thing. So it's so easy to drum up a conversation with anybody standing in line next to you because we all enjoy the same thing. So it was fabulous, but I have to say I was exhausted. Uh-oh. That didn't sound good. That's one thing with the machine. You learn. I see it did like a little skip there. You learn the sounds of your machine. I want to go back because I don't like how that looks right there. So I'm going to cut the thread. And I want to go back over here. And I want to go back a few stitches. Maybe 100. Oh, maybe another 100. Okay. Plus. Okay, maybe that, maybe a little more. I'm just doing one at a time here. Okay, I wanted to go back over that. So anyhow, I was so exhausted. So I took a nice long hot bath last night when it was all over. And I have pages of notes to pass on to my team. And I thought I'm going to take a nice hot bath and, you know, relax and go to bed. Well, I did. I went to bed. Do you think I could sleep? I could not sleep. My mind was running with all the information that I've gathered over the past few days. See, that looks much better. I covered that up. And I just couldn't sleep. So I'm like, well, then get up. You know, today's Sunday. You're not, you know, working or nothing. So I got up and I'm like, well, I'm going to look for, you know, I'm going to come in my craft room, right? Who does that? Raise your hand. Who all does that? You can't sleep. You just go in your craft room and you create, right? So let me show you what I created while that was stitching. I need a good background on here. I know I've referred to OML embroidery a lot. She also is the reason why I got into embroidery in the first place. I found her on YouTube. She's out of Canada. It's her and her husband, Sue and Don Brown. And she does sew-alongs, like stitch-alongs, on Saturdays, Sundays. She teaches a digitizing class, if you're into that, on Wednesdays, all through her YouTube channel. They digitize different designs and things. So if you all watch that video when I was doing the quilt scoop squares, well, on Sundays now at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, she does stitch-alongs. And they're doing it's a Christmas, what is it called? Lacy Christmas quilt, a small one. So I'm like, I had purchased the design. It's through Anita Good Design. Oh my gosh, if you're not going to her channel, her website, go there. She has such amazing, and I'm not liking the way that that's looking either. Hold on a sec. It's like skipping. Okay. I'm going to cut this. I want to go back because I want it to be, well, as perfect as it could be, you know? I'm going to go back to that area. Well, all the way back there, it looks yuck. I probably could go with a permanent marker and fill that in, but I don't want to do that. Okay. So, yeah, I got out of bed and I had purchased the design. What am I going to do? I'll flip down. I had purchased the whole design for all of them, and I did it when there was a coupon. There's always like coupons. So I downloaded it, but I never started doing it. And Sue started doing the stitch out last week. So I thought, well, I'm going to try one, but look at how beautiful this is. And this was a, what do they call these? It's a snowman, this whole square thing, I forget what you call it. It'll come to me. But anyhow, here's one of the designs. So the fabric is these snowflakes, but all of this is all stitched around, and then you did some applique, and look at how beautiful that is. And this would be like the size. You'd have a little bit. So you'd put a whole bunch of them together and make a little quilt. Or you can do like, you know, make a pillow or whatever. Here's the back with the batting. Layer cakes. These are called layer cakes. So I have a whole bunch of layer cakes. They're all snowmen and snow related. But isn't that pretty? So that's what I did. I did that one. And I'm excited to see. This is the one that they're doing today. I didn't know which one they did last week, but here last week I think they did an ornament one. So I did that and played around with that last night. I was so thrilled how it came out. Let's see the little stitches I have to snip. But you put them all together. You can make a wall hanging. Like I said, you could do a pillow. You can do whatever you want with them. So Anita Good Design. Check that out too. So I'm giving you a lot of different places to go. I'm not affiliated with any of them. They don't give me any money for mentioning them. I'm just, you know, I just like to share when I find something good. I like to share. Okay, so we're done. So how fun is that? Finished embroidery. Okay. I'm going to want to save that to my machine. Although I don't have to. I mean, I could just, you know, they're on my USB port. Okay, so let me move all this stuff around. And put my hoop down and close your eyes. I'm going to bring you all back over to my desk area. my messy, messy desk area. Let me move my machine out a little bit. So here they all are. So let's see, look at, they'll just come right out. Now you do want to go along and, you know, just trim some of these extra threads and that. So let me move my coffee. I don't want to do. So I'm just going to go in and trim that. Now I'm trimming very close, but not in the stitching. Just trimming out some of these little papers from, oh, my neighbor sounds like they're out there with the weed whacker. Oh, it'd be so wonderful if they came and did mine. No, I have to go cut my grass. That was the thing before. I was like, okay, I could go cut my grass and get that done and out of the way, or I could come up to my craft room and embroider. So embroidery won every time, right? Okay, I'm looking for my other scissors. Okay, so there's a couple little jump stitches in here that you'd want to go. Probably my seam ripper would be better. But look at how cute that is. All right, so there's that one. Hocus Pocus. I love that. Okay, and this one, look, that one's coming right out too. And there's the glitter on the back. Spooktacular. I love these. Do you guys love these? Let me know what you think. I mean, I'm not a big Halloween person. I guess when my kids were little, my grandchildren, you know, they still, you know, do the whole Halloween thing, but Halloween's just like not what it was. I'm 59, so any of you that are, you know, my age or so, you all remember, I'm sure you remember. Let me trim the back here. See, this is just getting those little fuzzies off. Sure, you remember going door to door. Those of you that are my age, and we were talking about this at work the other day, how many of you remember going like to the beer gardens? That's what we used to call like bars. They were called beer gardens. And the guys would be in there, you know, and, you know, everybody knew everybody back then. So it's so different. Look at how cute that is. And I know you can't see, but it is nice and glittery. So there's that one. Okay, here's the one with the cork. Now, I haven't done cork yet, but ooh, I like the cork. But yeah, you would go into beer gardens, you know, there you are, you're a kid and you're going in there Halloween and, you know, but you, 9 times out of 10, you knew almost every single person that was in there, and they knew you, they knew your family, you knew their family. I mean, it's just not like that anymore. So it's sad. I'm going to flip these this way. Maybe that'll work better. But, so, I mean, I don't get Halloweeners. No, that one's not, that's not going to work. I don't get Halloweeners. Maybe I need my little embroidery scissors where I live. And, yeah, it's just not the same. They do those trunk and treats, treat and trunk and treats, whatever you want to. Okay. Oh, that's nice. I like the cork. And look how nice and sturdy that is. That's cute. Okay, let's try the fabric one. Move this out of the way. So that one has lots of fuzzies. But, and my grandkids, they live a little bit away from me. So, I usually don't see them on the actual Halloween. My daughter will send me pictures or, you know, maybe a video or something. So, but it's just not how it used to be. That's pretty much what I'm getting down to. Not how it used to be. Oh, that's cute too, the fuzzies. That needs a little bit of trimming here too. But anyhow, I am going to have to go out and cut my grass. As much as I'd rather just stay in here and play. Okay, so there's the fabric one. So let's take a look at them. Here's the fabric one, and I have batting in between. I still see a couple of little threads. So that's nice. You know, if you wanted to use fabric, and I mean, I have a ton of fabric, and it's a great way to use up your scraps. And here's the one with the cork. Absolutely love the cork. Oh my gosh, I love the cork. And that's nice and sturdy. Here's the one with the glitter vinyl, the white glitter on the front and the dark glitter on the back. So that's cute too. And then here's the bright green. So look at how cute they are. So I don't know. How much would you sell these for? What do you think? I guess we'd go this way. Trick or treat, hocus pocus. Spooktacular. I love that one. So, oh, there's a jump thread there. Let me get that. Is there one here too? No, just there. Oh, there we go. The jump stitch. I don't know why I didn't trim that. But, what do you think? You think this would be something you'd like to make? Maybe for, you know, you could stick this in a handmade card. How fun would that be? And it's like giving a gift in a gift without, you know, sending food through the mail if you're going to send it. All right, there we go. But what do you guys think? Do you like these? Is this something fun that you can try to make yourself? But definitely check out that website and the other ones, excuse me, that I referred to. And they're just a lot of fun. And I think I make up a whole bunch of these, but I don't know how much I would sell them for. Leave down below in the comments if you know, how much would be too much? I mean, it's hard. That's probably the most difficult thing for me at times. And I keep seeing little strings. To put a price on things, I mean. But I'm going to make some for the craft show. And I hope they sell. If not, they'll be gifts. That's what I do. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining me. I truly appreciate it. Be sure to hit the red subscribe box and ring the little bell next to it. You'll be notified when I upload new videos. A lot of fun things coming down the pike. So I hope you give these a try. And if you do, I'd love to hear what your take is on them. All right. Have a super day. And I'll see you back here again real soon. Bye-bye for now.